Yeah.
So I do want to go back because Janet was being a little bit too nice, and because she's a loving mother and defending her kids like she always should. But Jordan was definitely obese. I mean, he was morbidly obese. Our youngest son. I changed my lifestyle in 2010. I lost about 60 pounds, and I take the blame for Jordan being overweight. It was completely my fault. As fathers and husbands in the household, we should be the leaders for health, and our family will follow. I promise that. So it wasn't until 2 years later where we addressed Jordan's weight, and we did it in a loving way. And we got him on a program, and he started eating better and moving more, and he lost weight. And now the guy is incredible. He weighs his food every day, and he's not obsessed. He's definitely not obsessed, but he weighs his food every day. He knows he tracks his calories, he tracks his macros, he tracks his weight. He's incredibly healthy, lean as a 23-year-old man should be, lean and muscular like a 23-year-old man should be. They shouldn't be soft. They shouldn't be overweight. They should have muscle. You should be able to see physical muscles like he has, because he goes to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. But I wanted to comment on that. Janet, of all the times you were going to these wellness checks, Jordan was obese from the time he was probably 4.
Mm-hmm. 4
okay.
or 5. Yeah.
4. He was probably obese from the time he was 4 or 5 to the time he was, in 2012, he would have been 10. The time he was 10. How many times did the doctor address his weight?
0.
0 times.
The only time I had weight addressed is when they were under. And our oldest was always under, always. In fact, I always had to buy him little pants that could cinch up because he was always very skinny. And not that was bad. That was just who he was. But
now he's 6'4", 250.
Right. But we do take responsibility as parents of what we brought into the house, because if I didn't have those foods or juices or snacks or went through a drive-through, I wouldn't have taught my child to overeat. And, so you have to change that trajectory. And, the good thing about it is, if the parents change what they do, your children will follow.
Absolutely.
And, we didn't make it it's not his fault. It was our fault. And we had to take responsibility and change things. And that's okay. I mean, we all make mistakes, and we make decisions that aren't maybe the best sometimes as parents. But, the sad thing is that should have been something that was addressed right during the well visits, and it was never talked about. Never.
Right. I mean, you don't even, when somebody's obese too, we've said this before many times, you don't need to draw their blood. You don't need to even weigh them. You can look at them and see that there's a problem, and you need to address that. And that's part of the problem in America is, let's see, there's like 4 stages of it. We accept obesity. We accepted it first. Then we tolerated it first, right? Then we accepted it. Then we embraced it.
And then we celebrated it.
Now we celebrate it. We celebrate these plus size models, mostly in women. But in men, we celebrate dad bods. And you know what? It's not funny. It's sad, and it's scary, and it's dangerous.
Right.
That's the obesity thing. Is the most dangerous thing you can do being an American. Obesity-related disease kills more Americans than anything, more than car wrecks, more than cancer. And to think that for 5 years, my son was overweight and obese, and his doctor never addressed that. It's just sad. And it just tells you how effective are wellness visits. If obesity is the most important thing, or our healthy weight is the most important thing, don't you think that's more important than a shot, or than, whatever else they're going to say? And it's sad to me.